Well, it's Sunday, April 19th, and I'm going back to the same area that I rode yesterday, but not that same very steep and rather difficult road, which I don't think the camera really caught that very effectively. But there was another road I was thinking about taking, and I got on it briefly yesterday, and there were tire tracks on it, and, you know, obviously people were driving up there, much better road. And I'm going to try that today. I decided I needed to see my Gaia app on my phone while I'm doing this, try to make sure I go to the right place. And unlike yesterday, I actually have my Garmin inReach with me, so up here where I was yesterday, there was no cell signal. My wife couldn't track me with Find My, and I did not get into trouble up there, but there are a lot of places where I could have. So I could not find that inReach yesterday before I left, and Joline and I both hunted for it a little bit when I got back yesterday and found it. So it's good to have that with me. Sending a tracking signal to her so she'll know where I am, and on top of which I do have that emergency SOS button. I think I made it clear with all my videos, I do everything possible to be cautious and not do something that's going to get me injured or needing a rescue. On the other hand, I say everything possible to be quit riding motorcycles. I'm not going to do that. Next step would be quit riding a dual sport like this up nasty little roads, which I'm not going to quit doing that either. I get a lot of fun out of doing that. And there are still so many little forest roads which I have not gone on, and I really was not willing to do on the klx230s, and I think I am on this bike. I'm getting close to the road that I went up yesterday. I think it's just around the bend here. That's it. I'm not doing that again today. Hard enough that that's not something I'm likely to do again. I won't say never, but probably not. Now, when you see either pickup truck or Jeep or something, tire tracks on something, that's a good sign that you'll probably be just fine going up it. And the little road that I took over is just up the hillside a ways. It's not that far up there. I could look down and see this at times, but it was a tricky road. It was challenging. Okay, I didn't quite see where I came out yesterday. Take a look at what I did yesterday. Maybe I did come out here. Yeah, it shows that I did. So I intersected it. I don't know if it shows it right there. And this part of the road is good. Where it peels off to the right there, it gets pretty sketchy. A couple things going on with this road. One, it's nowhere near as steep. And two, it's nowhere near as rough and washed out and rocky. Well, I don't think I came up right there, but I'm close to where the little goat track I was on intersected this. Might have gone by and not even seen it. There it is, right there. Okay, that's what I came up through. So, what kind of road is this going to be? New territory now. Well, up to here I could do my Subaru on this. That probably could be done, but I wouldn't be happy about taking it over that. So far, anyway, hugely better than what I did yesterday. Much, much easier. And usually I don't want to get on roads that are much harder than this, honestly. I mean, this is easy, but I'm usually not going to go looking for roads as hard as what I did yesterday. So far, level of difficulty on this reminds me a little bit of that Eddie's Loop. Level of difficulty of what I did yesterday was a pretty big step up from the difficulty of the Eddie's Loop. It was kind of encouraging to see that I can still do that. I didn't really get myself in any trouble, but it's not something that I'm really looking for. I mean, years ago I rode stuff much harder than that all the time at high speeds during races. Oh well. Anyway, this road's kind of cool. Okay, what's off to the left there? That could be a steep goat track. I don't think I'll do it now. Today I'm going to stay on the main road. But I could see doing that at some point in the future. It starts out easy enough over there anyway. It just dead ends. Looking at my Gaia map on my phone. lots of steep roads in this country. Yeah, I'd have been better off to the right, but this is where I'm lined up, so I guess I will go through here. A little bit of momentum is your friend. Thing about that Eddie's loop, I've done it so many times, I kind of know the best lines to take as I go up it. This is totally new to me. I don't know the best lines. And oh my, this is steep again. In case you're wondering, these rocky stretches like that are not all that easy to do. Okay, now which way am I going here? Now off to the right doesn't even show, but I think off to the right is where what I did yesterday. No, I can see my track. I did not go up there yesterday. Interesting. Oh, wow. The scenery is the reason why I like living in the mountains. So I'm at a little over 5,600 elevation. And when I started up here, I was at about 4,760 elevation. So I haven't quite come up 1,000 feet, but that's quite a ways in a fairly short distance. Okay, I just made it past 600 miles. I'm at 601. I'm going to be a little bit late on my oil change, but... Okay, left's dead ends. To the right goes up. Up, up, up. I don't think anybody's been up here for a while. That Eddie's loop that I like to do gets more use than this does. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn around and go back. This is more washed out, a little more challenging than my Eddie's loop. I think I actually went through some harder terrain yesterday, but I wasn't really wanting to do that again today. So that was a good spot to call it, turn around for me. So as much as I like this klx230s, and I do think it's better for poking around forest roads or routes than the 300 was, I still have limits and things that I really don't want to push my way into. If I get in trouble up here, okay, I do have the inReach with me. I could call for help now, but it's going to be really hard to try to get any kind of help up here. Better just to be cautious and don't let that happen. Again, a lot of it is that I ride solo these days. Back in my serious dirt bike riding days, I almost always rode with friends. and we could help each other out. And of course, when you're doing a race, there's tons of people around to get in trouble. I'll just make a quick comment. In 2001, I was setting up an enduro course with 7 friends of mine. We're all members of the same motorcycle club that was sponsoring the event. And I severely broke my left leg. And without those 7 friends, I don't know how I would have ever gotten out. They got me out and got me to the hospital. And I wound up with 2 surgeries and close to a year of recovery time on that. So, you know, it's good to have friends when you're riding in sketchy conditions. Well, this is that other road that's not shown on Gaia, which I think will get me over to the Toad Lake Road. So I'll see what this is like. Well, I'll say this to anybody watching my videos. You got to know when to say when. Know what your limits are. And your limits are not necessarily what other people's limits are. They could be higher or they could be lower. In my case, they're typically a whole lot lower. So I'm going to call it a little sooner than you're a little bit younger, fitter, stronger, better dirt bike riders would call it. And this looks like the end of this. It doesn't go any further either, so it really doesn't go through. I mean, just looking at it, it looks like just right over there where I would hit that other road, but no, this is the end of it. It's not just that fallen tree. There just is no more road going over there. No, it's good to find out, though. And that means at this point, I think I'm just going to head back. I remember coming up this. Nothing like riding on kind of good-sized loose rock. Can't say that I'm really fond of loose rock on a steep hillside. Well, I can't say that I'm surprised, but I found roads now that are a little more challenging than the Eddie's Loop that I like. The Eddie's Loop, to me, is one of my favorite kind of dirt road, off-road sort of rides that I do. It's just about the right level for me. I may eventually find something else out here that I can make a loop or ride that I like. And I am back to pavement. Okay, just did a screenshot. And that's what I'll probably put in the video. This is the dirt road that I rode today, and that's it for today's video.